The kind of essay that you took for this semester is descriptive essay. I'm going to explain it for you through an outline, which would make it easier for you to understand. So I fill in an outline according to the model that I gave you, which is a description of the ocean. Usually, when you want to start with an outline, you have to write it like this. You start with Roman letters 1, Roman letter 2, and Roman letter 3, each one for a paragraph. The first paragraph, which is the introduction, you have to write a thesis statement. Of course, you do not write a thesis statement. You have to create your thesis statement. And usually, a thesis statement is the main idea of the whole essay. For example, your own writer regarding your own model, she started with the reason why she chose the ocean as her favorite place, and she also included somehow stuff regarding what she's going to write in the second paragraph. Second paragraph, as I've said, Roman letter, you have to write paragraph 2, and you state topic sentence, colon, and then you write me a topic sentence. Don't write the main idea of the paragraph. You have to give me a main idea. You create it by yourself. In your own essay or in your own model that I gave you, you have supporting detail 1, 2, and 3. These are paragraphs in your model, but I summed them up in one paragraph, but I made each paragraph as a supporting detail. So if we want to talk about your model, she mentioned in one of the paragraphs, which is supporting detail 1, the things that she saw. So you write it like this: I see a lot of stuff around me. You do not write everything. You do not write the things that you saw. Don't mention the items. You mention them in the example below or in the detail below. So this is how you have to write it. I see a lot of stuff around me. This is the supporting detail. How do you back it up? You back it up with an example, which is you tell me what you saw, like the surfers, the sailboats, and you also have the dolphins in your essay and your model, which I didn't include here, but you can include it in the development. So you don't need to include everything in the outline. You can just give me some of the examples, and then you include the rest of them in the development. That's why it's called development. The second one is the supporting detail 2. She mentioned what she heard. So I become more aware of the sounds around me. You see, she didn't mention what she heard. She just hinted that she's going to talk about the stuff that she heard. So example 1, which is children are laughing and screaming while they're chasing each other. Example 2, the ocean's tide crashes on the shore. You also have the seagulls talking to each other, which I didn't mention here, but feel free to mention them in the development. The third supporting details, the things that she felt or she touched while feeling them. So the feeling I get when I touch stuff, the sense of touch. For example, the cold chill that consumed her body, the texture of the grainy wet sand that squishes between my toes. She also mentioned the heat of the sun. You can add it in the development. As for the paragraph 3, which is the conclusion, we also call it clincher. Here you have to follow the strategies that I gave you at the beginning of the year. You can end up your essay by expressing your feelings towards a situation, the topic that you have, or an experience, or according to your own model, she expressed her feelings towards the place, which is the ocean, and the effect it had on her. And you can also end your essay by summarizing the thesis statement or the whole essay, or come up with a hard proven fact, and so on. Regarding descriptive writing, don't forget to mention similes, imagery, metaphor. All of these, they help you create a vivid picture for the reader, because the more you use simile and all of these figure of speech and stuff like this, they help you convey your image to the reader. And you also have to use adjectives, and don't forget to use some of the adjectives that we did in the exercise or the activity in class. They help you a lot. As you know, a description is a picture in words.